Most players lose games not because they're bad, but because they miss opportunities that are right in front of them. And it kills their ability to win games consistently and 1v9. So in this coaching session from today, I'm going to exactly pinpoint why you're missing these opportunities and what you can do against it to start taking control back of your games and win those games consistently. What questions do you have about this game? What's the main thing why you brought this VOD here?
Like, to be honest, this game, the start was a little bit rough because I was playing against Jarvan, and I couldn't really play as much as aggressively as I wanted to.
Okay.
And I got a nice lead in like mid game.
Okay.
But we lost the game. And the thing is, I noticed like in the late game there was some bad decisions that I did. I was pretty much not sure what should I do to finish the game, like to make it end as soon as possible for me.
Very good. We'll break it down. Sounds good. So let's take a look here. Silas vs. Lux. What was your plan?
I was looking to fish good ease. This one was a little bit of a limit test because I was trying to see how much I can get away with, like in terms of range.
Okay.
Because I had a feeling it will hit minions here, but in general, my gameplay and against champions like Lux, Morgana, stuff like this is just to find like a middle ground and try to play around the Shaco ganks because I have a Shaco with me. That's pretty much the main thing, the main goal of this game.
Okay, good.
Oh, it was Kiana, not Jarvan, my bad.
That's alright. So this first E, I hate this one with a passion. Alright? This one is really bad. Let me elaborate why that's the case. So if you do this versus anyone that has a little bit better laning fundamentals, you're gonna get zoned off the first wave completely. You're done. End of review. Lane's over. Because what's gonna happen with this E, you lose all threat, they can zone you off the wave because you're a melee champion, plus you potentially push the wave into the enemies, and you can't get access to these first minions, because they're gonna stand up and they're gonna hit you on every single one of them because you don't have spells.
Okay, yeah, understood that.
So your E, your first E, always goes at a time when you can combine trading with last hitting, or they're so far exposed that you can hit them guaranteed, or you use your E reactively towards her E. So you get a high value E. Your cooldown's long, gotta make sure you use it well.
Okay, yeah. The funny part is I think I remember seeing this mistake where I used E aggressively and I was zoned off from minions because of it. I was like getting a lot of damage because I didn't have my E. So,
okay.
Yeah.
That was a really good E. Nice reactive E. You got access to all of the minions. Beautiful stuff. One thing you can do here is slightly thin out the minions. So what Lux needs to do is Lux needs to CS this minion, right? And if we stand more right here, or we stand more right here, or we stand more right here, I don't really care. We can look to try to Q her while she's CSing the minion, while thinning out the rest of the wave. So getting high value Q.
Okay. Can I ask why?
Yes.
Why should I have like why should I thin the wave here?
Okay, if the minions drop low HP, they still push you in, but if they're low, you can always E forward, kill minions, find E angles that you otherwise don't find.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Good question. So thinning out waves is really OP. It's going to allow you to hold easier. It's going to allow you to find more E angles and manage your waves better.
Okay.
So a thing that I would see a lot of Silas players do right here as well is instead of walking back, right, you're really far away. You got to stand right here because she's not pressuring you. Space in the lane is really important. If you can start out attacking the creeps with Tin, do it. Only respect whenever she walks up. And she sometimes oversteps, allowing you to E forward. So you want to always dance in barely outside of their auto attack range. Otherwise, you'll never get good opportunities. And you give too much space in the lane.
Okay, the thing here is, I remember this part. Because as you can see, I warded level 1 on the Raptors. And I also saw that Shaco was on the Raptors. Where he already like finished his first clear. On the left side, right?
Yeah.
And I was here a little bit afraid of Kiana's gank threat, so I didn't really want to play aggressive because she could CC me with the Lux with Q and the Kiana gank threat as well. Do you think I was being too defensive here, or
100%? You're never getting ganked with this wave state. Ungankable. If I'm a jungle and I see this, it doesn't even go through my mind. Waste of time.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's understood.
Okay, so the unfortunate thing is that the wave crashes. If we thinned it out better, if we took more space up in the lane, danced closer towards her, we would have been in a better position where the wave doesn't crash.
This one was a little bit of a bad trade. I actually was going to go for that minion, and then E1 onto E2 and then W, but I got CC'd before I could E2, which made it a really bad trade for me.
That's right. I also want to note that your Q was used to farm beforehand. So that means that our trading afterwards becomes a little bit tougher. And instead of full sending it right here, what I would do is I would use my E reactively first. I would dance with her. And instead of insta EWing, I would maybe walk forward, and I see an animation E to the side, then maybe get on.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
Okay. Not bad. Nice E. I like where you placed that one. Very nice. Great wave state. A little bit rushed. All you need to do is just wait for the next minion to die and force it to walk up. The longer this wave state goes, the better it is for you.
Okay, I was a little bit impatient. Was trying to kill her here, but
So my mindset in lane is don't force on killing the enemies. If they die, it's up to them killing themselves because we pressure them in the correct wave state. So we pressure them with minions. Because imagine if you do just normally slow push right now, and you dive her with Shaka right here, and she loses the entire wave. End of review.
Yeah, if she didn't have TP, it would have been great. But it's actually a lot better.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Oh, you're really focused on killing this guy. Just wait.
Impatient here.
Yeah, just wait until she needs to last it. We finally get the kill. We nuke the wave into a reset. We have 3 points Q. I would now start putting other points in other abilities here.
Actually, I went for a full Q max this game.
Okay.
Because I didn't really want to be onto their enemy team because they had like trash set. So I wanted to just dance around with my Q.
Sure, that's fine.
Experimenting a little bit more with that, from what I saw from picture site and stuff.
That's fine. So one of the key things we're going to need to do is whenever we play Silas at this point in the game, we want to look for action. Especially with 3 points Q, we have a lot of wave clear. So the moment I see my Shaco gank bot lane, I'm not playing the lane anymore. I'm going to hard push this wave. I'm going to hover into bot side, see if we can maybe clean up some kills.
Okay, that's something I never thought of.
Yes, so look at what your jungle's doing and see if we can complement him. I think if you move bot here, you dive them. I think it's a free double kill and bot lane's game is over. End of review for bot lane. We could have ended the reviews 2 times already. Right here.
Okay.
We could have won the game at minute 6 here, brother. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah, I guess this is another case of lost opportunities.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so we're doing an alright job here in the lane. That's a good thing at least. I like what you do here. Nice try. I think you slightly rushed the E2 here.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, this is the thing. I really felt like I couldn't hit the E2s onto this Lux. It felt a little bit weird.
Totally rushed. All of them.
Okay.
All of them are rushed.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a confidence thing, the E2 as well. It's a confidence thing. So you gotta have confidence to throw it out. And most of the time, if you're not confident, you're also rushing it. That's something that I see with a lot of Silas players.
Okay.
Okay, nice little reset. Keep syncing up with the Shaco here. And we have a very strong bot lane, so I would place all my vision, all my control into the bot side and see if we can get more skirmishes there. So also start pinging the dragon and see if we can start the dragon. What I would do here as well is I would literally try to like push the wave again and then hover into bot side, because what's going to happen is that the enemy AD carry got killed here. So Yunara is now dead. What happens if we hard push this wave, we get it in, and we can potentially re-dive Yunara, and her game is just so done when we do that.
Okay, that's an interesting thing. I didn't think about it that way, to be fair.
You're laning a lot. I'm thinking outside of the lane. I'm thinking what's happening on the map. Where can we progress? Where can we fight? And you're trying to fish for ease in the lane.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a different mindset.
I guess I'm just trying to make this looks hate her life or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, something personal.
Yeah. So here's what I would do is just nuke the wave, move into bot. Look at what Yunara is supposed to do. She's pushing that wave. Imagine if you push and hover into bot, you can't play the game. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're overlaning. You're way too
Yeah.
tunnel visioned on the lane here.
I even end up dying here, actually.
Good.
I thought in my mind she was like backed, and I was removing that, but she didn't back. She actually killed me here.
Well played to her.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So really big takeaways already, man. We already discussed 100 different things in this game. Holy moly.
Yeah, I didn't even see any of them, to be honest.
This is a review worth rewatching for you, by the way. Just
Okay.
rewatch it later again, because there's so much
Okay.
to talk about. And yeah, it's a bit of a information bomb I'm giving you here.
Okay.
All right, so this death is really unfortunate because our bot lane now is getting collapsed upon because you died. Shaco showed mid, the enemies had full information, and your bot lane dying is partially onto you because you lost prio and you lose control of your lane.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, nice try. Great play. Next time, you can R already in your E here. So you can...
Yeah, the thing that happened here is I'm used to do that, because I'm maxing Q, I'm trying to land Q. What I was trying to do here is like E1 onto Q onto E2 and then R, but she was a little bit too far away. And I guess my mental state got a little bit overwhelmed, and I ended up not doing it well either.
Okay. This is good. Yeah, so what I would do here, right, is just walk into the jungle, half roam, move in with Alistar. The moment this Kiana shows up, we're fucking sending it on her.
Okay. Yeah, the wave was still not coming yet. That's true.
So, interesting. I would always move bot here instead of hitting plates. We don't have grubbies. If we have grubbies, hitting plates is fine. Without grubbies, always move bot.
Because I think it felt like the fight was already over. And I decided not to move.
Okay. So, the feeling I get whenever I look at you, it's like you're playing a champ that can't move. You've never experienced the ability of this champion to just take over games by winning skirmishes. You're just sitting in lane only. You're only laning. It's like you're playing Kassadin here.
Okay.
So I want you to experiment with that. I want you to start zooming out of lane. And starting level 7, I want you to think less about lane and more about the things you can do on the map, alright?
Okay.
Okay, we're in a Giga position right now. We get the dragon. We overstay tempo massively. This is always a reset angle. Do you know why?
Because I have a lot of gold.
Yeah, and what's your team doing?
They're dead.
They're fucking dead, exactly. So we want to sync up with them. Once again, look at your teammates' locations. Look at what their pressure is currently. And we want to match that pressure.
Okay. Okay, understood.
We get a nice pick. Tempo is a little bit messed up. We do eventually get a nice little reset. Okay, so a very important thing to do here in this game is to make sure that you're not versing up against Set. Because Set, even though that you're ahead, still beats you.
Yeah, yeah.
So make sure that this Camille is going to go up against Set, because she beats him. She's got Tabis. We don't want Camille versus Lux, which is hard for her to punish because this long range and the Tabis doesn't work. So we want to be matching up against Lux. Camille needs to be matching up against Set.
move on. Maybe I should have done that with pings or something.
Yes, correct. So, another thing to note here is if you look at everyone's locations, right? We know where Set is, we know where Trash is, we know where Yunar is, we know where Lux is.
Okay.
Can we push one more wave?
Yeah, I think we can.
Great. We should do that. Because if we don't, we're going to lose all of these minions here.
Yeah, that's true.
And the earlier you push it, the better.
Okay.
Because
I think I came back for it here.
Too slow. We got to be way, way faster. Because if we push it out, instantly what happens is Set is forced to respond. Right? And that's going to instantly give us a huge roaming window of massive tempo. Like at least 45 seconds to a minute of roaming window where we don't lose anything. Perfect time to either shift into mid, get mid prio into Herald, do whatever you want.
Okay.
And we could have already been mid here if we pushed out that lane properly.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice. Great protobell. Wow. Great usage. That's a free kill, double kill here. Yep. Beautiful. Now let's get these objectives sorted, right? Push out the wave. One thing I would do is just insta nuke the wave, insta reset to match tempo with my team, and then start off the Rift Herald. After the Rift Herald, instantly do Dragon. That's how we progress this game. That's how we snowball this game.
Okay. Okay.
And make sure that this Camille is going to reverse this set here. One thing I would do... Oh, God.
Yeah. The thing that happened here is, I think this game, like what started happening is a lot of mid fights with the disadvantage numbers started happening. And in the end, we lost that way.
Totally understandable. That's basically the only way to lose this game right now. So you're so far ahead. You're playing so well, right? When it comes to how far ahead you are. Insane amount of CS, great kills, super strong. The main thing to do is just keep the waves pushed, play around neutral objectives and fight even or advantageous numbers. We can't lose the game. So right here, instead of fighting, Rift Herald's already gone. The objective's gone. So what we're going to do is we're going to push out mid. We're going to push out another wave. And then we're going to play to bot. And as long as we keep pushing out waves before we fight, we're always in positions where we're never manned down. Because otherwise they always need to respond.
That's true. I never thought of it that way. But I guess that's something worth noting.
Absolutely. And I see this throughout the entire part of your game is you're not pushing waves enough. Deep enough, fast enough. And it means that you're slow and you're never pinning people down in the lane. Also, there's Lux. You could have pinned this guy down while roaming bot, ending the game a few times. I'm going to show you.
I think this is something I suffer from. The lack of CS can tell you that. I have a big lack of CS when it comes to Sylas games.
Okay, that makes sense. So I'm going to show you what that looks like, all right? So look what I do here is I see that there's action on bot, right? So I insta-nuke the wave. I'm versus Kassadin. I can punish this Kassadin if I want to, but I'm not going to. I play tempo. I'm an Ahri. I'm a great roamer. I'm a great skirmisher, just like Sylas. And what I do is I'm moving with my team. You see how I'm dancing, how synced up I am with them? And we just force the fight. We force the dive. Okay. Bit of indecision here. We eventually send it. And guess what? Beautiful position. And the enemy bot lane, they're losing waves right now. They're in a horrible position. Kassadin compensates a little bit. And we're in a spot where we also kill him. End of review.
Yeah, I think I understand. I think I'm not playing well enough with the jungler. I need to play more with the jungler rather with myself.
And you gotta push out waves and move, shove and move, create man advantages. That's the powerful thing. Okay. You gotta play in number advantages all the time, and that way you can't lose games from ahead anymore, because it's so easy to create those situations, and the fights win itself because you pin people in the turret responding to waves, then the game becomes very, very easy.
Okay, this is a fight. I think this is where the game started going downhill.
Yes.
Like, this was a really bad fight here. The Kalista wasn't even here. I didn't actually see that in-game, but I saw it on the review. And we end up dying. I think I end up dying. Yeah, I end up dying as well here.
Right. Ooh. Yeah, makes total sense. And purely Kallista's not there, right? So you take 3 versus 5, 4 versus 5 fight, and the odds are now suddenly not in your favor anymore. Especially because Kalista is one of the strongest members from your team.
Yeah, the thing is, I didn't even like mid game. I didn't see that. I didn't see that Callista wasn't here. I think I have like a little bit of problem with information gathering, where sometimes I tend to make decisions without gathering enough information, as where is my team or how many members are we here? Because this is not the first time that this has happened to me. I would say.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
definitely true. The thing that comes with that is that you're also not pushing the waves, right? The main reason why you don't want a 5v5 here as well. It's criminal to be 10 kills up in your position with all turrets and then 5v5. It makes no sense. All we have to do is just push waves deep and force them to respond, and then we can play 5v3. It's unlosable. So the problem here is that we're not on midlane wave, we're not on botlane wave, we're not pushing the waves out deep, and we're just randomly sitting in the jungle.
Yeah, totally understandable. It's a lot of waste of time.
Exactly. That's right. So what I'm seeing right here is that your focus in the game is too much on where can I kill the next guy instead of which wave can I push next. Okay, that's the mindset. Which wave can I push? And looking at my teammates' locations to understand if we're in number advantages of this or disadvantages. So these are the 2 things I want you to do. Number 1, look at which wave sets you gotta push and push them out faster. And number 2, look at your teammates' locations.
Okay. Noted.
Very good. That's really practical. Really, really, really good review. Any question for me?
I think the question I would have is there something that could let me think about that more? Like the team location part? Or should I guess maybe I should just like maybe if I just push waves more, I would think about that more.
Okay.
Or
good one. Start with pushing waves. What happens when you push waves? When you push waves, you suddenly don't have anything to do. You're bored. And we have 2 ways to fill this time. Either we're going to watch TikTok or we're going to watch what our teammates are doing. All right. So we create the opportunity to look at what our team's doing. If we're constantly playing neutral and we're constantly playing with the mindset of, hey, I need to kill this guy, or I want to trade on this guy, or what's the next guy that I can kill? Of course you're not looking at your teammates' locations because you never have pushed out wave state, you never have time to think, you're never creating these lull states for yourself to actually think about the game.
So this is the thing is this is only when if I'm ahead, right? Because let's say for example I'm not ahead. What is the difference? I would say like
Not
what
much.
is the difference between being ahead?
Not much. We
Or
still
not
try to do the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We still try to create man advantages. We still try to push out waves and create tempo because it's just a little bit harder to do, but it's still the same story.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay, understood. Thank you very much.
Very good, man.
This is a very helpful review for me at least.